Coming up,
Welcome to St. John's.
Newfoundland! Best place ever!
will the dullest knife in the drawer cut through the competition?
Smells like victory.
As 5 St. John's foodies
Newfoundland all the way.
spend a week scuffing, scoffing, and scoring. This is Come Dine With Me, Newfoundland and Labrador.
I'm gonna throw up all over the place again.
St. John's, Newfoundland. It's a city that's on record as having the most pubs per square foot. And that can't be a coincidence, considering tonight's host is named David Lush.
You gotta keep down a vomit.
See? He's that by.
How's she getting on? How's she cutting?
Such a newfie.
We are Newfies, we're Newfoundlanders. We're born and raised right here on the rock.
Dave is here for the party.
But tomorrow night's host, nursing student Rebecca, is worried about why she's here.
Can the 22-year-old plain old Jane take it on? Well, let's see. I hope so.
Oh, there's definitely more to Rebecca than meets the eye.
But no one wants to win more than final night's host, real estate agent John, because he's got a plan for the 1,000 clams.
I'm going to buy myself a very fine bottle of scotch. Maybe a cigar, too.
I am number 1.
As in, Krista was the first to host and serve 3 desserts, for which she earned 30 points.
It was a lot of food for dessert.
And the same goes for last night, too, because Bev also served 3 desserts, but her great prime rib sabotaged it all.
I overcooked my beef.
So even though Bev over-delivered on entertainment with the Mummers, she ended up with only 27 points, leaving Krista in the lead.
There will be tears on night 5.
Maybe sooner than that.
Look out, here comes Dave.
Yikes!
There's a chance we're going to end up in the slammer together.
Dave's a character.
I got a soft spot that's developing in my heart for Dave.
Little teddy bear.
Who's crying like a baby.
You guys are mean.
Dave's one to talk because he's serving his new friends cod tongues served on a bed of arugula salad with avocado dill dressing.
Oh, God.
What's wrong?
The dreaded cod tongues. I'm gonna cry.
Imagine how the cod feels.
Cut right out of the cod's mouth this morning.
Hot tongues is a Newfoundland thing.
Newfoundlanders love their cod tongues.
Not Krista.
You're using your tongue to help you eat a tongue, and there's something very wrong about that.
But to make it right, Dave's going to his buddy's greenhouse at the Battery to pick up a few tomatoes.
They are Tumbling Tom yellow hybrid tomatoes.
Dave also picked some red 4th of Julys,
These tomatoes are so scrumptious.
and finally some dill for his salad dressing.
It's gonna add quite a flavor to my appetizer.
This is good. Good, Dave.
Dave heads back home and chops up the dill like a pro.
I'm good with a knife.
And yet,
Better with a gun.
shocker,
Nothing surprises me about Dave.
right down to the avocado boobs.
Perky.
He always goes there, like, there's the line, and he's always, like, nose diving over it, but I find that funny.
But the joke's on everyone else, because Dave's also prepping pork fat for his appetizer, known as scrunchions.
If you don't love scrunchions, there's something wrong with you.
It's like a heart attack in a pan.
Sounds delish and sizzly.
They sound done, don't they? Nice and hot. Just like me.
Better be good, Dave.
And ditto for his main course of filet mignon, seafood stuffed mushroom caps, and saffron mashed potatoes.
Better be good. Just spent $50 on steaks.
He took it to a new level.
I want to win. I want to get this on the go.
Dave peels his local potatoes and gets them into the pot to parboil, which means he can move on to the mushroom caps.
It could be fantastic, it could be disaster.
Because it all depends on the filling.
My guess is either crab or squid.
Well, you're wrong, because Dave's gone for the king of the crustaceans, lobster.
Yay!
That's fancying up the joints, I gotta say.
Dave chops up the mushroom stems, garlic, shallots,
Picked fresh today.
and to that he adds cream cheese and...
A little bit more cream cheese.
Then what's next?
A little bit more cream cheese.
So much for moderation.
Oh, I'd say Dave is half to 3 parts right now.
No, but he's getting close.
Nobody brews it better than a Newfoundlander.
There might be some funneling.
Not just yet, because there's peppers to slice, shrimps to peel and dice, and lobster to shell.
Ooh, insides.
And eggs. Ew.
Delicious.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
If you think Dave's some crack, then get on Twitter and let us know. #CDWMC.
He could be the dark horse.
Dave sautés chunks of cod and shrimp, adds white wine, seasons, then adds the lobster meat. Looking good, Dave.
Smells like victory.
That's the #1 stuff right there.
And over here, Dave's making a blueberry reduction for his filet mignon.
That's dangerous.
And unhygienic as he swigs from the bottle, then pours
Some fine Newfoundland port.
into the pot.
I'm definitely looking forward to this.
But will the same be said for Dave's dessert? Ooey gooey sticky toffee pudding.
Interesting.
You wouldn't be saying that if you saw Dave's pot of boiling dates.
This looks like steamy, frothy poo after a rough night of drinking.
To make the batter, Dave mixes up flour, sugar, and adds eggs avec shell,
That's what showing off will get you.
then mixes again.
It's gonna have to have some nice viscosity to it.
Excuse me?
Did I just use the word viscosity? Good God.
Dave fills the muffin tins with batter, and then it's into the oven they go to bake for half an hour.
That is going to be delicious.
Or not.
The arse is out of her.
I's the girl that's gonna win.
East Coast, baby.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me,
In the Bay, we eat the right parts of the fish, right, Bev?
tongues are wagging.
If that's not a tongue, I don't know what is.
It's been more than 100 years since Iceberg Alley took down the Titanic, which still lies 600 kilometers southeast of St. John's. But it looks like Dave's setting his table with the White Star Line's fine china.
This is mine, baby. I'm taking her home to the Rock. Yeah.
So Dave throws on the only collared shirt he owns and heads to the door to greet his first guest, John.
Oh, John, how's
Big
it going?
Dave. Good to see you, brother. Big Dave, Burly Dave, drinking like a fish Dave.
Meets thoughtful John.
I brought you a book bag of beer.
Oh, man, you shouldn't
Now
have.
everybody's bringing bottles of wine these years. Why doesn't somebody bring beer in a backpack?
Some of Newfoundland's finest brew.
Indeed.
Cheers,
Yes, it
man.
is.
Cheers to testosterone overload.
Glad to have a good cold beer instead of a flirtini or a blue breeze. Whoa, I'm going over. My cup runneth over.
Premature, buddy. It's only early tonight.
I think you should sit over here.
To make room for Krista and Rebecca.
Hey! Ladies, how we doing?
Oh, just a tad jittery.
I didn't know what to expect.
Beauty comes in twos.
Thank you. This could go any way whatsoever.
What would you like tonight, ladies? I got some beer, vodka, rum.
Lighter fluid, sledgehammers.
It was pretty evident that there were going to be no martinis or girly drinks of any sort.
And no bottle openers either.
Two for the price of one.
Ouch!
Yeah.
I can't even talk about it.
I like the color coordination going here. If we had someone white, we could make the Newfie flag almost.
Oh, you're right.
Put the white in the middle, the pink and green on the sides. I think it would look fabulous.
The only problem is this is coral, John, not pink.
Yeah, John.
I'm a guy. What do I know about colors? Coral, pink, mauve.
You can use your imagination with my top, John. How about that?
Okay.
And one can only imagine how Bev feels about coming over to Dave's.
Hello, how you doing?
No, how you doing?
Dave is just such a sweetheart, you know?
Hey, 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 everybody, look who's here, Bev!
Hey, Bev, good to see you.
My night is over and I'm ready to party.
But
Will the world ever be ready for a night at Dave's house?
Poor Dave.
Dave wanted to pull out all the stops tonight, but he might have ended up in prison at the end.
Cheers to that. Cheers to that.
Here we go. Cheers.
I do not know what to expect.
Except that Dave's going to tempt your taste buds by serving you, well, some taste buds.
These are the cod tongues.
Mmm, tonguey.
If that's not a tongue, I don't know what is.
Dave dredges his cod tongues in egg, then flour,
Lots of coating, make them crispy.
and gets the pan ready with a heap of butter, while Bev and John take a snoop and try not to make a racket.
Badminton.
Look, you're in Dave's bedroom. Hold on to his birdies.
Big old Dave, you know, playing badminton.
What's wrong with badminton?
Too refined? Too girly? Too sissy?
For John,
What are you doing, woman? You're killing me. It was just my, instinct to hit that bird really hard.
I'll send him the birdie to you slowly.
Dave's bird.
I'm dying here. Just tap it, pop.
shuttlecock at 10 o'clock.
And then go.
Yep, not a pretty picture.
What do we have here?
This is Dave and Artiste.
I couldn't believe it. I mean, here, you know, Dave seems so rough and scruffy around the edges.
Kind of like, I don't know, a cactus?
The cactus is his soul. Or maybe it's like he has a thorny outside, but inside he's just mushy.
Who knew?
Here he has this beautiful soul of a painter. What is this? Like, modeling clay? Is he
He's a sculptor.
Surprise!
I was like, where am I? Who is this guy? And you just picture him like with the music playing and the fans, and he's sculpting his soul with his hands.
And adding scrunchions to the cod tongues to represent the duality of man.
I put the scrunchions in there because scrunchions gives it some more that nice flavor, that Newfoundland fatback flavor.
Guys, I gotta be honest with y'all that I personally love cod tongues. Like, cod tongues, woo, you know? Like, just love the cod tongues.
Something tells me Rebecca likes cod tongues.
I do like cod tongues.
I always say about tongues, the size matters, you know, with tongue, because,
Oh, Bev.
no,
I
seriously.
agree. It is what it is. In the Bay, we eat the right parts of the fish, right, Bev?
Right,
That's
absolutely.
right. And
Like-
the right parts of the pig.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Scrunchies
exactly.
are delicious.
They're balls of fat.
It's fat.
Fat is
My
flavor.
God. So are you telling me that you're flavorful?
Way to call John fat, Bev.
She went there. She went there.
She certainly did. And a greasy plate of food isn't going to help one bit.
That's a nice artery clogger right there for you. So we're gonna try to just not tell him how much fat I use.
Dave plates his cod tongues on top of arugula, garnishes it with freshly picked tomatoes, and drizzles on avocado dill dressing. And his first dish of the night is ready to serve, in true waiter style.
You with the 5 plates at one
Here we
time.
go, ladies and gentlemen.
He's like a contortionist with the plates. He's just...
It's all part of the show, kids.
The presentation was gorgeous.
But Dave's manners, not so much.
Get her in ya.
And get eating Dave's cod tongues, pork scrunchions, and homemade dill dressing.
It worked. I really did. I'm really impressed.
Rebecca isn't.
Now, the last cod tongues I had, we literally caught them, and in 15 minutes off the boat, they're on the plate. So maybe in comparison, I should, you know,
Use your words.
they weren't the best cod tongues, but they were pretty darn good.
What about the salad?
Love the tomatoes. The avocado dill dip is really, really good.
And why's that, Bev?
I kind of mask the flavor of the cod.
That was delicious. Like what I did there?
Yeah, but Dave's about to one-up ya.
Thank you. I actually picked the dill today myself.
No.
Way.
I could take a bath in that avocado dill dressing. That was absolutely my favorite thing on the plate.
I'd like to get the recipe for his avocado dill sauce.
Then lucky for you, it's online at WNetwork.com.
I also picked the tomatoes today myself.
Wow.
Dave, I gotta say, the more I get to know you, the more I am surprised, pleasantly surprised.
Well, the man is a metaphorical onion.
I love doing art. It actually relaxes me. This is what I do in my spare time. I love to paint. I love to draw.
You?
Like, who is this guy? He's like the gift that never stops giving.
I love poetry. Poetry is my #1. So.
What is happening?
Pleasure us, Dave, with some of your poetry.
Bev wants you to pleasure her, Dave.
Yeah, come on, Dave.
As I walk through the field, wind whispering through the grass, I can think of my own one love. I think of the time gone past.
Where the hell am I?
Shh, let him finish.
All we do is just wait until the time we see each other. I will never see her again, and we'll never be together with one another.
What?
Like, where did that come from?
Like,
Dave!
I just took that off the top of my head.
Kristen's crying.
That's, I'm a little verklempt right now. I gotta...
It was a little short. I would have liked to go longer, but I
Okay,
can't.
no, it was the perfect
Coming off
length.
the top of your head, it's...
oh, my sacred heart of Mary.
I can't even look at you right now.
I mean, come on. Shoot me.
Coming up,
I've done a lot of wrong, and which I'm trying to make right.
Dave opens the floodgates.
I think he needs a hug.
Ah, thank you very much.
It's day 3 in St. John's and time for a little Newfoundland trivia. Did you know there are no snakes or skunks on the island? And apparently no potato mashers either.
No mashed potatoes.
With a cereal bowl, really?
I always got to improvise.
Oh yeah, like the time you forgot the broth for your port reduction.
I don't know anybody's gonna notice, so.
So?
When in doubt, add more booze.
And blueberries. Uncleaned, of course.
I'm not bothering going picking out the seeds and stems. We're Newfoundlanders.
Dave plates his stuffed mushrooms along with his port reduction, adds filet mignon and saffron garlic mash, and with that, Dave's main course is ready to serve to...
Miss Bev.
You like?
Yeah, that was pretty darn impressive.
And big to boot.
Quantity is not Dave's problem.
But being too ambitious just might be.
We have a portobello stuffed mushroom cap with local Newfoundland seafood. We have a garlic saffron cream mashed potato, and we have a filet mignon with a local picked by Dave blueberry sauce.
With just a wee little port.
How much port you use?
This is half a bottle of port.
Half a bottle of port. Yeah, that didn't surprise me at all.
The meat, again, I think it's cooked well.
But...
He didn't quite nail my meat.
Inside voice, Rebecca.
I love the mushroom cap.
Happy dance!
Yeah, you don't have to do much here. It makes the bed squeak. I mean, look at that. Holy God, Dave.
The mushroom cap is blowing my mind. Like, I love you for putting that on my plate. It's creamy, it's delicious,
Unlike the steak?
and they were all over Dine.
Oh, that's gonna leave a mark. Much like Dave's tats.
This is my first one here.
The lucky clover!
Me and my mother went when I was 12 or 13 to get this one.
Stop. Question. Quick question. You and your mother went for a tattoo together? What's that about?
Phyllis had a gold tooth. She was a classy lady. She didn't have any tattoos, so.
Renee, you know, my fiance, he doesn't like tattoos at all.
I hope whomever Paige is, she doesn't mind them.
Paige. Is that your daughter's
My
name?
daughter's name.
Daughter?
What the hell's going on?
You have a daughter.
I do have a daughter.
Who would have thought?
So how old is your daughter?
My daughter, she's 8. Me and her mother, we were in love. We were together. My daughter was born 3 months later. My mother passed away. And I kind of went off the deep end for a bit. And I went traveling and just doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And it wasn't fair to her mother. I regret a lot of things that I've done in my past. And losing her was probably one of my biggest.
Hold it together, Krista.
When the bad boy shows his sensitive side, and that just, it gets me every time.
That's my little girl, and no matter what, she's always going to be my little girl.
You're currently not part of her life. You're kind of separate.
I'm trying to be a part of her life right now, and it's a difficult process.
This poor guy hasn't seen his girl. I couldn't do it.
The biggest mistake of my life was turning my back and getting self-involved with my own problems when I should have focused on her. I've done a lot of wrong, and which I'm trying to make right.
I think he needs a hug.
Aw, thank you very much.
Dave, it takes a really big man to admit when, when he makes mistakes, and the fact that you are man enough to stand up to that, like,
Admit.
kudos to you, man. It was too much. It was too much. I completely lost it.
Hey, I make a lot of ladies cry.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me,
What is this?
it's ooey gooey good times.
Dave, I think I may love you.
Come Dine With Me has come to Newfoundland, an island with strong cultural ties to the UK, which might explain why Dave's making British fave sticky toffee pudding.
It's a winning dessert.
We'll find out because Dave's dessert is ready to serve.
What is this?
Oh, just a little something Dave whipped up.
It was beautiful.
I hope everybody enjoys, so dig in and let's get it on.
Translation, bon appetit, and please enjoy your traditional toffee pudding with caramel sauce and whipped cream.
Dave,
Yes, Krista?
I think I may love you. I can't get it in my mouth fast enough, to be honest with you.
The pudding, Dave, the pudding.
No comment. No comment.
Dave, you killed it, man. You killed it, and I took a bite of this whipped cream. I said, Dave, you badass. You made this whipped cream yourself. I said I knew it.
Whipped cream, whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, Put cream in a bowl and whip it.
Ooey gooey and sticky. You label it, buddy, and you rock it.
And it's strange that a sticky toffee pudding would be light, but somehow you managed to nail it. I'm impressed, man. It's really good. Off the chart.
Speaking of charts,
I have something more in store for you guys. The night's not over yet. Everybody get ready and let's go outside.
uh-oh.
There was far more apprehension than excitement. It's guaranteed.
Are we gonna be shooting things?
No, you're going to be rocking out to Baytown.
On this new moon.
Come on, have a scuff. You know you want to.
Everybody was just in the groove.
Even Bev.
They are a rocking good time.
Yeah! Night 3, baby!
My entertainment just kicked ass.
But will his scores?
Dave, buddy, I'm giving you a 9.
Dave, there's no flaws on you, my son. I'm giving you a 7.
His entertainment was awesome. Dave is awesome, but his food, well, it wasn't so awesome.
Dave, lie back and think of Newfoundland. 8.
So Dave nets 31 points, putting him in the top spot with only 2 nights on the rock to go.
For the love of cod, I've got this.
It is what it is.
God damn it, I'll win this.
Born to win.
On the next episode of Come Dine With Me,
It is what it is.
does Rebecca have a prayer,
Rebecca has been ordained as a minister.
or will she come to a screeching halt
And long may your big chip draw.
as the carousing and carrying on in St. John's continues?
If I can stay calm, we'll get through this night and it'll be good.